Lady Sean. Welcome back to another episode of Cover to Cover Chronicles. And in this episode, I will be reviewing Book 5 in the Shadow Rider series, which is Shadow Flight. And this is the latest book to be released. So this is now the last book in the series until we find out if Christine Feehan is going to release another one. So in this book, we meet Taviano, who is, of course, one of the Ferrero brothers. And this book, of course, takes place once again in Chicago. But what I really have been excited about this book is that this book features Nicoletta. And if you have read the first book, which was Shadow Rider, we find that Nicoletta was rescued by Stefano and Taviano in the very first book. I will tell you now, I'll include a little trigger warning for those that are sensitive. There is some mention of sexual, physical, and mental abuse against Nicoletta, which we see the beginning of that in book 1 when she is rescued by Taviano and Stefano, when her social worker requests a meeting with the Ferraro family for them to rescue her from her abusive step uncles. And so you'll get the beginning of her story in book 1, and then also throughout the other books in the series leading up to this book, we see a little bit inside of Nicoletta and Taviano's relationship throughout the other stories as well, which is why I could not wait to get to book 5, which is actually the completion of both of their stories. In this story, Nicoletta is almost 21 years old. She's just a few months short from her birthday, and she was given to a foster family in the Ferraro territory in book 1 for them to help take care of her as the rest of her family is killed, her mom and her stepdad, which is how she ended up living with her step uncles, who are 3 brothers of her stepdad. So after moving in with the foster family, it takes Nicoletta a long time to recover from the abuse that she suffered, which is where you see that recovery progress throughout the other books. So in this story, she has not completely recovered from the trauma, but she is a lot better than what she was in some of the following stories. So in this book, it starts off with her on the way to a concert with some of her friends when the gang that wanted to have her in book 1, they appear and realize that she is there, and so they once again try to kidnap her. And so it's up to Taviano to rescue not only her, but also her friends, who are all in the path of these gang members that are trying to get their hands on Nicoletta. As we know with the Shadow Riders from our previous stories, they have to keep what they are and what they do a secret. And so the fact that Nicoletta is in the middle of this with Taviano, we find out that he has to come clean with her 100%. She has been training with the Ferraro family just so that she can feel safe and that she's able to defend herself after what she went through, but she does not know the full extent of what it is that the Ferraro family does. So once she gets together with Taviano, that's when all of the truth comes out about the family basically being sort of assassins and taking care of the criminal element that the police are not able to handle. So it also comes out that Nicoletta is actually able to ride the shadows, just like Taviano and the rest of his family are able to do, which comes in handy in this book. I will tell you now, there is a lot of killing in this book. So if that does not suit your taste, then this may not be the book for you, as the guys step up to try to help protect Nicoletta from these gang members that are out to capture her for their boss. So I really love this book. I have been looking forward to it since book 1, where their relationship was kind of first hinted at. And I love the way that Taviano is so patient with Nicoletta. He does not rush her throughout this book, because he is aware of the amount of abuse that she went through. He knows exactly what kind of abuse it was that she went through. And we also find out within this story that Taviano has had his own share of abuse that no one knew about, no one in his family was aware of. So we find out that he has his own secrets that he must come out with, and he reveals those to Nicoletta within the story. And we also find that he did not even tell Stefano or any of his other siblings what he went through. I will say this again, the mother is in this book, and once again, I found out more stuff about her to make me like her even less within the story. But she does come out with some redeeming qualities within the story. But there's a lot between book 1 to book 5 that it's kind of a little bit too late. So I'm hoping if there's a book 6 that there are more redeeming qualities to their mother. We do kind of find out that there's an underlying issue with her that may be causing her to strike out at the other characters. But to me, that still doesn't justify it. So I'm interested to see how Stefano reacts once he finds out about what Taviano actually went through in his childhood when he was sent to train with another family in a different country. So as we found out, that's pretty characteristic with the Shadow Riders, that they're trained some at home and then they're sent off to train with another family. Also in this book, we find that Nicoletta has no intentions whatsoever of raising children in the typical Ferraro family way. And we find that because of everything that Taviano went through in his training as a Shadow Rider, that he is fully behind Nicoletta 100%. This book had 394 pages, and overall, I definitely would give this book a 5 out of 5. I love the overall story. I was very happy to see the outcome of Taviano and Nicoletta's relationship, as well as to find out a little bit more with some of our favorite characters from some of the other books, especially Stefano and Francesca, how their relationship has developed. That was awesome to find out as well. And it was also cool to see all of the different Shadow Riders in their element, because like I said, there is a lot of killing in this book. And so we get to see each of the Ferraro brothers as well as the cousins in action. I also look forward to, and I hope that there'll be more books that star some of the cousins, because throughout this series I've gotten to know a lot of the cousins that have shown up to help the Ferraro brothers and their sister. And so I look forward to seeing what happens when they find the women for them, and to see how their relationships develop throughout that as well. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe to this channel. Click your notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload videos. Also comment, as always, if there are books that you would like for me to review. If there is a particular author you'd like me to review, just drop their name in the comment section below. As always, you can download these books from Amazon, Walmart. You can get them on Kindle and have them delivered straight to your reading device, whatever is your choice. The book that I'll be reviewing is The Summer House by James Patterson. So I hope to see you guys here once I've completed that book, and I will let you know all about it right here on Cover to Cover Chronicles. See you then. Bye-bye.